when I worked, here's how I would start out. I would do thumbnails of everything I wanted to develop. And once I had all of my elements, I would put basic color in just marker. Then I would go back and I take it up in scale. And
Was this wasn't the actual size you work in?
yeah, that's my thumbnail size.
That's small.
Yeah, but then I would take it up in scale, and this happened to be a series of studies for putting an element on the stage, a sphere that had more than one level to it, that could open up and could go from being this to I think there's some.
I think I saw it opens up.
Yeah, it goes. Yeah. It opens up and moves and becomes a much wider thing, and I had to look at it in many different ways. But okay, so much for that. You want me to do something?
I want you to do something. Any dance?
No, I can't do that anymore.
Okay.
No, I have a reputation as a talker, so you just had to stop me. This was, I only brought this because it was a logo for an Indian casino in California. And I must have done 100 of these trying to get the Indians to accept the symbology and everything else. And I think that's the one they did. They finally bought it. But I did a lot of different kind of work for different kinds of people. I designed rooms in funeral homes because in California everybody's now cremating and they're not burying so much anymore, and they sell everything. I mean, they want to sell images and all kinds of things. So I was actually doing stage sets for selling funerals, and it became like a huge theater project where you could buy the style, you could buy the objects, and that was the last contract I had.
I saw that on your resume, Forest Lawn.
Forest Lawn, yeah, cemeteries.
I forgot what you did.
No, it was a sales room for selling funerals. And in California, it's a little strange because people out there want to have experiences. They don't want to simply bury their loved ones. They want to send them off. And so we did everything from beach scenes or to mountaintops, wherever people wanted to take the ashes and throw them away. You know, so they could take them into the woods, they could take them to the beach, they could take them to the desert. And California just happens to have all these natural settings. So I was just bringing all of that into a space. And I had to present everything just like this. And I used marker. I used so many sets of markers, I can't tell you. But and you remember when we were practicing, markers were cheap. But when I went to buy a set of markers and I had to pay $465 or something for it, I thought, what happened to the marker industry? So I always looked at the markers as precious. Now, you know, I try to stretch them out and not let them sit out and dry out or whatever. And I still have markers that I bought maybe 10 years ago. Colors that you don't use, but I keep them safe.
Well, actually, hold up. The bookstore, that's right. The bookstore actually packages landscape markers, building material markers,
right,
and gray markers as 3 sets with the coordinated colored pencils. So you get the olive greens, the dark olives,
right,
and
right.
all as a set, so they don't have to buy But they're still spending $50 a set, so it's like.
Yeah, I know, but I have all the architectural ones, and then all of the natural ones, and all of the interior design, and you know, they were all there, and I used them not only for architecture, but for theater work and for theme parks. Yeah, and it became my rendering medium of choice, because I used to do watercolor renderings or tempera renderings. That's very time consuming and energy consuming. Okay.
Pick one. Pick a medium.
Well, I would just start with something like
You want to
this.
do it on bond or you want to do it on print paper?
Well, getting true color,
Okay.
I'll start with this.
Same thing, different ones, so you get experience with different ones.
Do you have something for me to put under this while I'm doing the marker?
Yeah, this. Glad you mentioned that because that's the most important thing, is not to wreck the desks. The marker goes through everything but the tracing paper. So if you put the tracing paper down, you won't get the work code covered. Let me turn this over so it's not a background.
Richard did tell you that I've retired. I haven't worked since 2005 or six,
I didn't know.
2006.
I knew you were retired, I thought it was like last week or something.
No, I retired. I said I'll never have to do this again.
Well, this will be fun then, you won't get paid for it.
Thank you, Richard.
You're welcome.
Well, I can just, let me just take these over.
Have pastels too?
No. What I'll do is, I'll take a couple of things and then try to demonstrate the different effects that I like to get with. These are all the same drawing.
Do we have other drawings?
No, but the small one's good.
Small ones are good?
Yeah.
You can gather around behind them if you don't want to look upside down.
Okay, this is no good. Does this chair go up? Yeah. Oh, the marker.
Hey, Tony, do you ever on Mylar? As a medium?
I've tried it. The problem is that
Nothing dries.
it doesn't dry and you can smear it and make a mess and everything ends up on your hands and your clothes. Do you have the warm tones markers?
We look for?
Oh.
I don't know, I was supposed to separate them out for you.
No, I mean, I didn't see anything really warm here. Sort of cream colors.
Why don't you give me your sets? Yeah. Do you look in front of you over there? Let me have your sets.
Mine aren't broken down anymore, I just mix them
They're not what?
up. Mine aren't broken down, mix them
That's
up.
all right.
Let's try this.
I just want to give them more to choose from.
Okay, these don't work.
How about these? Please don't tell me they bought the wrong marker. Sorry, son.
Do these belong to someone?
Just
don't-
watch him, he's very sneaky.
I don't want to use,
You don't use a new marker?
I really don't know what I'm going to show you that you don't already know, but
Well, they've never opened the marker, so if you show them how to take the cap off, you're ahead of the game. You know, I know how to do that.
now, I put a couple up here that were not out of that bag.
We'll straighten it out.